Freedom Cities. It's Trump's latest infrastructure plan, and it sounds completely terrifying. Before we dive in, let's see what the man himself has to say about them.
Almost 1/3 of the landmass of the United States is owned by the federal government, with just a very, very small portion of that land, just a fraction, 1/2 of 1%. Would you believe that? We should hold a contest to charter up to 10 new cities and award them to the best proposals for development. In other words, we'll actually build new cities in our country again. These freedom cities will reopen the frontier, reignite American imagination, and give hundreds of thousands of young people and other people, all hardworking families, a new shot at home ownership.
Okay, so we know there's a housing shortage and a homelessness crisis in this country. So this sounds slightly compelling, I'll say it. I, for one, want to know more. Where are these going to be? How long will they take to construct? Are they within distance of pre-existing cities, or are they being built like out in the middle of nowhere? So this video was released a few days ago, and it has made waves across the media as people clamor for more information. But of course, there's little substance to be found anywhere. Politico puts it hilariously, writing that, quote, a former celebrity real estate developer and TV personality, Trump has a long history of outlining audacious new initiatives that are heavy on imagery and light on details. The latest offerings come with few explanations for how they will be executed. Okay, so no details on this one. What about the other proposals he's putting forth? I've heard something about investments in, quote, vertical takeoff and landing vehicles. So yeah, I still can't really figure out what those are. I'm assuming they're like helicopters or flying cars, but again, the details are minimal, other than the fact that this overall package of plans is being called the Quantum Leap Package by the Trump campaign. I think it's fair to say that that sci-fi name pretty much assures us that none of these proposals will ever actually materialize, and that's even assuming Trump gets a chance to implement them. But there are some plans that are a bit closer to the ground. Take a listen.
All Republican governors should absolutely take their states, and if they have the power to do it, which most of them do, where they have enough votes in the legislatures, should take their states, make it same-day voting, all paper ballots, voter ID.
Voting reform. Trump is calling for an overhaul of our current voting system, and by overhaul, he means a bit of a regression. Getting rid of mail-in ballots, early voting, and a slew of other voting reforms that have been gained in the past few election cycles would be catastrophic for the integrity and equity of our elections. And unlike the flying cars and utopian cities, this is actually something that is politically feasible, or more feasible than a Republican investing billions of dollars in new infrastructure, which we all know is laughable. Enforcing a one-day voting rule would inhibit quite literally millions of Americans from voting in their elections, especially after such progress had been made in recent years to enfranchise certain groups. I'll be honest, that Trump talking about all of these infrastructure investments is captivating, but we all know that's just talk. And the real policies, should he win, will look a lot more like taking away voting rights than flying cars and affordable housing. If you want to check out more of my coverage on the breakdown, stay right here. You can watch my latest video of Trump supporters being banned from a DeSantis book event by clicking on the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. You can follow me on all platforms at Caro Johnson 917.